up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee. So let's just get into it, shall we? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee. Listen, I need to have that little gif that they be like, hey, when you just coming back in because you know your head's been gone for a long time. Child, let me tell y'all something. It's real ghetto trying to get healthy. It's very ghetto. Like, I have been trying to work out, eat healthy. I'm tired. I just woke up from a nap. Okay? I am tired boots. Getting up early in the morning to go to the gym, eating the right foods, prepping your food is ghetto. Ghetto. How do y'all do it? Okay? I was talking to my trainer. Shout out to the bride trainer, y'all. Now, I already know I'm married, so I ain't no bride, but she just calls her business that. But she does my meal plans, writes out my workouts, all that stuff, because I will be fit at 40. Okay. I will not be fat at 40. Now, I'm not fat, but I've gained weight, and I weigh a little more than I would like to. So I've been working on myself. And it is an adjustment. Okay. This lifestyle here. I'm used to stepping and doing the cardio and stuff, but this strength training, ooh, my body weary, okay? But y'all, I came on here because one, I wanted to get back into the swing of things. I have a series of premieres that are going to be coming out. We're going to get into, I've been trying to get y'all onto Southern Hospitality. I haven't done the review yet, but I did record the review. And finally, and I'm going to put it up so y'all can see it. Southern Charm, we're going to catch up on. And actually, I want y'all to go and subscribe to Miss B's channel, okay? Miss B is reviewing Behind the Gate, and she is making me want to watch it from her review, okay? So the show, I heard that it is really, really good. So I watched her review, and I'm going to watch the show. So we may be reviewing Behind the Gates as well. I actually saw that this was coming on later in the year. Last year, it said it was supposed to start in like February or something like it. The show starting in like late January, February. So yeah, I will definitely be looking at that. But her review is very good. Her channel is called So What You Think with a question mark. Okay. I'll put it in chat. It's So What You Think with a question mark. Okay. So yeah, go and watch her channel for the Beyond the Gates review. Okay. But yes. Also, I want to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. So I was able to watch um the intro. Okay, I guess Shamia is supposed to be. What's up, Montrez Jones? How you bees? Thank you so much for joining. Listen, everybody creeping on in, child. Cause listen, my ass been gone for so long, y'all. Like, what's going on? But I watched the intro of Shamia on the show. Okay, let me say this. I'm happy to see more of Shamia. Shamia is very rich. Okay, Shamia is very rich. Her house is beautiful. Like, no shade, but I didn't really think Shamia had it like that. You know what I'm saying? But after seeing, she is the epitome of a real housewife. That is what has been missing from the show. Someone that we want, that we talked about beyond the gate, right? That's what we watch these shows for, to get that behind the gate, beyond the gate, whatever, that glimpse into the lifestyle of the rich and famous. And Shamia is giving us that. She is giving all that needed to be given. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Though Shamia is rich, I don't know if she's gonna be entertaining. I was impressed by her house, and I love that she has the lifestyle, but I wasn't impressed by her interaction with her family, her personality. Like, I wasn't impressed. Now, however, I do want to address her relationship with Portia, okay? I have always felt like Shamia has been way more supportive of Portia than Portia was of her. Y'all remember when Shamia was getting married, right? Portia had all these ailments all of a sudden. She couldn't come to the girl's wedding. She's like, oh, when I get on a plane for that long, my legs, I have a illness where my legs can't be on a flight that long, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, how convenient. But then you married an African, Portia, and you was zippity doo zippity a and back and forth to the motherland for him. You had a whole wedding there, and Shamia was there to support you. But you couldn't come to that girl's wedding. That's messed up. Honestly, y'all, my prediction for this season, I'm really gonna wait until, I really like to watch the first 2 episodes of any show that I review, just to make sure of what I really think, because I feel like whatever didn't come out in the first episode will come out in the second episode. I think that Portia is jealous of Shamia. I do. I think that Portia always wanted to push Shamia to the background, keep her as her little lackey or whatever, because Shamia had more than her. I don't think that Portia wants Shamia to be like I don't think Portia wants Shamia to have more than her. I don't think that she wants Shamia to be a bigger character or personality than her. Shamia done already in the preview talking about some sheet of glue of everybody on the show. So, Portia may think that that's her because she's the big personality. Now, Portia is entertaining. I believe that Portia. Now, I'm gonna say this: when I watched Portia's Family Matters or whatever, that really showed me how fake Portia is, and Portia is a Cancer like me too. But that shit that she was doing over there, I was like, oh no, baby, you are fake as all get up. I even unfollowed her because I was like, wow, I cannot believe. And I love me some Portia, but Portia is so fake. I think she's funny. I think she's entertaining, but I just feel like Portia is extremely fake. She lives in La La Land. Portia don't like for nobody to tell her the truth. She don't like when nobody tell her that she's wrong. It's sad to me. And God rest her soul, her cousin that was on the show with her that she did wrong. She I think she just passed away like last year or whatever. But she had a younger cousin that was like her assistant or whatever. And Portia treated her bad because she didn't agree with her. It's like Portia wants everybody to kiss her ass. And I believe that now, after seeing Shamia's house, I feel like Portia was real pressed to film in her house that she has with Simon because she wants to, I guess, show equality. Like, oh, I have a nice house too. Shamia has a nice house, but so do I. I don't know if her house is as big as Shamia's, bigger. I don't know. But I don't think it is as big because Shamia said in the clip that her house was the second highest purchase in Atlanta because her home cost $9 million. I'm like, girl, what the hell did your husband do, honey? Because yeah, Shamia, you was She danced for the basketball team. She's on the radio. She was Portia's friend. She's acted in a couple of movies, but baby, it ain't $9 million worth. Your talents was not $9 million worth. Okay, it's definitely your husband's money. Kudos to you for finding such a man. But child, who knows? Montrez Jones says Portia and Shamia's friendship is a friendship of convenience for Portia. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Mims is live right now. Erica De Niro said in the comments, Portia is envious of Shamia. There you go. So I guess I'm not the only one. Guess I'm not the only one that think it. Yeah, I think Portia is jealous of Shamia. I peeped Portia's whole card. And thank you for that Montrez. I peeped Portia's whole card when she didn't go to Shamia's wedding. I think that was extremely fucked up. That's supposed to be your best friend, and you didn't go to her wedding. You made up a whole, in my opinion, you made up or made more extreme a whole ailment so you ain't have to go to this girl's wedding. But I'm pretty sure you were pressing her to be front and center at all your shit. Crazy. Real crazy. But y'all, I did my quick cap reviews on Married to Medicine and Real Housewives of Potomac, but I want to expand upon some of the things that I didn't talk about in and for Reginae and Toya. Um, what I want to say about Toya and Reginae, let's talk about that show first. First, I want to say with Toya and Reginae, I got a chance to read some of y'all comments, some people that commented back on my review that I did, and I agree with a lot of it. I think that Toya puts herself in a position to be the glue of the family. She stresses herself out with a lot of the things that she does for her family. But I believe that they put too much on her. And I do agree that Toya was defending her father a lot. I was unaware that her father was the one that actually got her mother hooked on the narcotics. I had no idea that that was the case. So, with that being said, I can see the turmoil in that relationship. Also, I don't know whether the father actually raised them because the mother was on narcotics or whatever. I don't know. But I don't know who raised Toya, but it seems like there's some animosity towards both parents because of the lack of parenting that they provided for all of their children. And it seemed like Walter Sr. just continued to have children over and over and over again until his peen ain't work no more. But it probably still is working because he got a 12-year-old son. So y'all, I just thank God for Red. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I think Red is the calm to Toya's storm. I think that he gives her really good advice. I think that they are very, very equally yoked. I really do. I just think that also I hope that Toya's relationship with her family doesn't affect her relationship with Red. Because I think a lot of times he gets frustrated with the stuff that Toya is doing by way of her family. Now, Reginae and her kind of giving her 2 cents on the grandmother and how the grandmother was feeling. I agree with Reginae defending her grandmother. I do. I agree with her defending her grandmother. I think that Nita had reasonable feelings. However, I also think that Nita shouldn't have came. I think it wasn't her place to come. I think that if she was triggered by all of those children, she should have kept her ass home. Period. It was about the father. It was about him and all of his children. It was about Toya and her brothers getting to know their siblings. You coming down there and basically you are like putting on a show for all the kids that were there. You are visibly upset that all of them exist. And telling him you went off on me, you cheated on me, and this, that, and the third. What if the other mothers come on? Do they get a chance to come on TV and say the same thing to him? I'm sure they feel in a way like, oh well, I had kids with you, and you went on and had kids with somebody else. I wanted to be with you. I'm sure those other women wanted to be with him too. But I guess because she had the first set of children, she feels a form of entitlement. I don't know. Or I don't know if the other Walter Jr. uh is older than the Walter that Nita had. I don't know. I don't know if Nita had the firstborn or not, but all I know is um Toya, you gotta get out of your parents' drama. You've got to let your parents deal with their own stuff. And you just gotta stop trying to save everybody in your family. Like you need to focus on your husband and your children. That's it. Cause if you lose it all, what they gonna do for you? Hmm? What are they gonna do for you? Casey is so entitled. He's sitting up here acting like you owe him everything. You need to get him a house the same size as yours because he your brother. I mean, that's my opinion. He didn't say that, but that's what, in my opinion, how he's acting. Like the entitlement with a lot of the people in Toya's family by way where it comes to her is ridiculous, and I'm prone to think that she has created that environment. Okay, she has created that environment. Skipping back to RHO Ray real quick. I do want to bring up Phaedra coming back on the show. I wonder if that's going to be a key element to issues with Shamia and Portia as well, because Phaedra is just as fake as Portia. So I think that that's a relationship that's going to be more palpable for Portia because of the fact that they both fake as hell. They both don't want to tell their real life story. They both want to appear perfect all the time. And Shamia actually is living a perfect lifestyle on the surface. I don't know how her marriage is or whatever. Also, I pray that this is not like a gateway into problems in Shamia's marriage. Like typically people on these housewives shows don't stay married. So Shamia, if this is going to be any key indicator to fucking up your marriage, girl, I would jump ship, because ain't no way I would lose my husband and my life for this show. I just feel like, fame is one hell of a drug. I tell you that. But moving on, yeah, back to Toya and Regine. Yeah. I'm pretty excited to see what the rest of this season is going to be about. That show is actually pretty good. Married to Medicine. And I'm gonna put timestamps on all this stuff, y'all, so that y'all can go back and watch whatever you want to watch. And this ain't gonna be long. Like I said, I'm doing pre-recorded because I haven't been on in so long consistently that I need to get back in the algorithm and let people know I'm still here. Okay. Um also, no, I'm not gonna address that. I'll address that in members only. I'll address that in members only. Married to Medicine. Y'all do not like Heavenly. I totally understand that y'all don't like Heavenly. Listen, I understand the reason for Heavenly. That's why I don't really be having too much smoke for her, because I get it. I watch reality TV. Heavenly is a needed resource for that show. She has to keep the shit going. Like, and I know y'all don't like, everybody was like, well, she didn't have to bring Apollo on the show. Yes, she did. Phaedra wasn't. Let me tell you something. Those producers brought Phaedra on the show because, number one, people wanted to see Phaedra. Phaedra couldn't go back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for quite some time because of the fact that Candy was on there. Candy would not film with Phaedra. So they tried her in different places. They tried her in Dubai. They tried her on, she was on all, they saw how successful she was on those couple shows or whatever. So they wanted to bring her back in any capacity that they could. So they chose Married to Medicine of all places. Phaedra was not married to medicine. That's what made that show so good, because everybody is either a doctor or, they're married to medicine in some sort of way. That's what made that show so great. But when you bring somebody on here that no longer, that doesn't fit the fold, like, it's not like she was like close with everybody on the cast, she was just friends with Quad, to my understanding. And her and Quad wasn't even like tough tight like that. What's up, Linda Gamble? Thank you so much for joining the hardest working woman on YouTube. Okay. Y'all, it's a little cold in my house, so we're gonna have to pull my little blanket up. Okay. I should have put a sweatshirt on. But yeah, or maybe because I'm drinking this cold ass water. But yeah, Phaedra was not entertaining. She wasn't bringing anything to the show. So I really didn't understand what was the purpose of her. I think they felt like Phaedra is funny. So let's bring Phaedra on for laughs or whatever. She'll be entertaining. She'll read the girls. She didn't read nobody. She wasn't even really talking. She was like a talking head that didn't move. Like, we didn't need her. Nobody needed Phaedra on the show. They did not need her at all. At all. So with her being on the show, please believe that producers are trying to get her to produce. So they're like, oh, okay. We know your ex-husband always craves attention. Let's bring him on here. Let's get him on here as best as possible. He did an interview with Heavenly a while back. So they're cool. So there you go. Heavenly gonna be the one to usher him right on in for the drama. Phaedra want to pretend like she cool with him for parenting purposes, but you ain't never had a conversation with Shireen, his wife. Which I get it, because this is the whole time. This is the same chick that was his mistress. But Phaedra, you had Mr. Chocolate. Allegedly. Wasn't that Pastor Peen? So were both of y'all cheating on each other? Is that what y'all were doing? But two wrongs don't make a right. It don't make a right. I told y'all before, I think Phaedra and Apollo be banging it out behind the scenes. I do. Two Scorpios together. I think they were extremely attracted to each other. I think that Phaedra is probably pissed off at him because he was, cheating on her. He did all these scams. But sometimes these women make these men feel like they have to meet their financial needs in a way that far surpasses what they can actually provide. So they go and do these illegal things to try to make themselves feel worthy, right? And what I mean by that is all that illegal stuff and I'm not blaming Phaedra, but all that illegal stuff that Apollo was doing, he was doing it because Phaedra had money and she was a lawyer, she was successful or whatever. Well, what it appeared to be. And he didn't want to be looking like her leech, attractive latch along husband. So he was doing that. He should have just did the personal training thing. He had a nice body that would have worked out for him. Linda says, Shay, that part. Yeah. The review hour with E-Podcast says, I think they wanted affluent vibes that Phaedra displays. Although married to medicine doctors are affluent, they don't act like it. Right. Because Lord knows that damn Simone, she had two houses. Remember, she had the one house that the boys was staying, that she had two houses. One was close to her job. And so she had that house. And then the boys and the husband, was staying at another house. So I don't know if they now only have one house and then they done bought the boys the condo or whatever. And Simone, I think her buying that Maserati for herself was the only thing that she really spent money on for herself. But then you gotta Simone is taking care of Cecil. Simone had that whole, let's be real. Can I be real with y'all? Simone had that whole argument with Heavenly about being mad with Heavenly because she told Heavenly that she was pissed off that Cecil ain't had no job. Now Cecil's supposed to be this real estate agent. We ain't seen him show nobody no house, nothing. Okay. All we seen Cecil do is go over to the boys' house and cook them dinner and make drinks in the basement. Cecil out down there in the basement making drinks, giving advice like the bartender off the Love Boat. Okay. That's Cecil. Cecil ain't got no job. Okay. Simone is over there taking care of Cecil and the boys. Cecil don't see nothing wrong with the boys living off of Simone because he would have been living off of his parents for the rest of his life if Simone didn't make him feel bad about it or make him grow up. Because in order to be with her, she was like, you have got to get a fucking job or you got to move out of your parents' house. Like he wanted to live with his parents forever and not be responsible. But Simone was like, maybe no, we getting married and all this. And you think I'm about to be shacking up at your parents' house? No, we got to get our own place. You got to grow up. Grab your balls and wear them. Let me tell you something. Cecil, yeah, that's a whole nother thing over there. But Simone, in my opinion, she over there taking care of Cecil. It is what it is. The Review Hour with E Podcast says Cecil acts like that drunk uncle that's been played off for years. He do though. But Cecil, I mean, everybody cool with Cecil. Cecil is a cool cat. I mean, he's a cool guy. He seems like it to me, but yeah, Cecil ain't got no job, y'all. Cecil ain't selling no houses. Cecil over there living off Simone. I hope he at least cooking up breakfast, lunch, and dinner, taking it up to the office. I hope he cleaning the house. I hope he doing all the things. He the damn housewife. That's what he need to do. And he needs to do all his duties and do them well. Okay? But that's that on that with Cecil and Simone. But yeah, Phaedra, she had no business being on Married to Medicine, y'all. She had absolutely no business being on Married to Medicine. It was nothing for her to provide for them on that show. And Toya this season, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Toya this season has been kind of getting on my nerves. Like, she is also another one that's like heavenly, that stirs the pot a lot. But Toya, yeah, I think she just kind of dips her head in the drama and she flip-flops to whatever she thinks is going to create dialogue, right? Without even really having any reasoning behind it or really showing her true feelings about a situation. I think Toya jumps in, asks questions, pokes the bear, and then jumps out. Like, for example, the only thing that I think that she said true to the heart and said it with her chest was the fact that she was all in Phaedra's business. She's like, we don't really know nothing about you. Like, you don't tell us anything. You don't share anything with us. And I agreed with her with that because Phaedra comes, she shows up, she eats the food, she has the drinks, wears the outfits, and then go back home. She doesn't contribute anything to the conversation. Now, the one time she did say, you know, she felt like if she was on that show, maybe her and her husband's relationship would have been saved. But I don't believe that because Phaedra she couldn't live beyond the embarrassment. She wasn't going to live through the embarrassment of Apollo getting locked up and for what he was locked up for. And her being a whole lawyer, she was a preacher. She's a preacher's kid. Like, she didn't want to, she's supposed to be all into the church, Southern Belle, all that. She didn't want to be involved in that. So it doesn't matter whatever the Married to Medicine crew could have did. It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered. I think that was just a ploy for her to pull at the heartstrings of everybody on the show. But Toya didn't give the donation for the doctor's ball or whatever, but you go and buy a Birkin. Her priorities are extremely fucked up. I don't care if she makes more money than Eugene. Toya is very much so a keeping up with the Joneses type of chick. She is very new money. She's the type of black person that get a coin and want to act like she better than everybody. And she wants to make it visible that she has the money. Which, when you do shit like that, that's an easy way for the money to be gone. And I don't wish that on her, on nobody. I don't. I want them all to remain very affluent, thriving, and striving. Okay. But Toya's priorities are fucked up. You didn't donate to your friend's cause, and hell, your husband is a doctor, but you buying a whole Birkin, and your own son was looking at you like you was a damn fool. Toya is a lost cause, but her having a conversation with Sweet Tea about Sweet Tea needing to choose whether she is really wants to be a part of the group or not. I feel like that was Toya's way of saying, basically, girl, you want to be on this show or not? Because if you're gonna be over there listening to your husband doing everything that he tell you to do, upside down, sideways, in a circle, whatever, let us know now. Because if you ain't really trying to rock with us, I'm not about to fight for nobody that ain't really checking for being here. And it is what it is. And I agree with her. I agree with so I guess I kind of agree with Toya, but I just feel like Toya is annoying. She I one of my subscribers made a comment about how Toya was getting on her nerves, and I was like, yeah, Toya kind of getting on my damn nerves too. She got on my nerves with that damn photo shoot too. That was annoying. Like, Toya loves to be in control. And I don't like how I think Eugene is so used to it now. I don't like how Toya always is kind of slick putting him down or whatever. Like, oh, I was prom this and that and the third. And Eugene was like, I was homecoming king. Like, what you talking about? And Eugene was attractive when he was younger. And I think if Eugene loses weight, and he's not an ugly dude now. Like, I don't know. Toya, I don't know how she can sit up there and keep on putting her husband down, and he just low key okay with it. I don't get it, but whatever. But y'all, that's Married to Medicine. Also, I want to talk about Quad and King. Quad, please don't annoy that man. Don't annoy the fuck out of him. I feel like Quad is like one Quad Luther the King story away from him being like, I mean, hell, they must really be putting it down 15 times a week, because she must got something down there that he is really into. But after that wears off, after a while, it'll be like, okay, this bitch is annoying. I don't know. I hope she's not so dramatic with him. But then again, some men like dramatic ass women. I don't know. But she would get on my damn nerves. But I love how King supports Quad and how he defends her. But one thing, men, if there's any men watching this video, also ladies too, more so for the ladies. Ladies, don't put your men in situations where they gotta be fighting somebody. Don't even do that. Because nowadays they locking our guys up in jail, and you gonna be sitting out on the other side on the phone saying, you know what, I love that you defended me, but I miss you. Now you're gonna be in jail for 6-7 years over some dumb shit. Walk away. I have seen more cameras out than people trying to break up fights in the last 5-6 years. We got to stop putting our men in compromising situations where we running our mouths and talking shit, and then they feel compelled to come and defend us. Ladies, keep your mouth shut. Stop talking so much shit. You're not going to fight a man. You're not going to do any of that. And I feel like Quad provoked that situation in a way to me, because you didn't even have to address Sweet Tea and Greg's relationship. Live your life. Talk about your 15 times a day that you fuck, or a week you fucking, and go and get your rocks off. Live your best life with your dude. If you want to talk about you and that's your way of rubbing it in Greg's face, cool. But you talking about something, I think she's a perfect fit for my ex-husband. Nobody needed your advice. You didn't need to say that. Now, Greg, you supposed to be the damn doctor. You are a psychiatrist. You supposed to know how to get your mind right. Why are you allowing this stuff to emotionally cripple you? You should have ignored the fuck out of her. But the whole thing is, it's okay. It's okay for you to bring your wife on here to piss off Quad. But when she brings somebody on there that's younger, finer, and richer than you, seemingly, now you got a problem. Only you can do some bullshit, but Quad can't give it back to you. Y'all full of shit. The Review Hour with E Podcast says that's a red flag. If someone wants you to fight for them after you have started the mess, yeah, that's a problem. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think that that is the worst thing that any woman could ever do. Like, we gotta keep our mouths fucking shut. Now, if somebody is provoking you, like if you're in a situation where a man is obviously provoking you and fucking with you or whatever, of course you're going to expect your man to stand up for you, because obviously another man is stronger than you. But if you talking shit and putting yourself in the middle of some bullshit, what the fuck you want me to do? Like, handle that yourself, because you talked your way into it. Get yourself out of it. Period. I would never put my husband in no situation like that. Ever. Faith is a substance says, hey Shay, where you been? Girl, listen. I talk about it at the beginning of the video. I have been on a fitness journey, trying to get myself right. And I'm not one of those people, y'all, that I'm like, oh, I want to be fit by my birthday and then I'm gonna start fucking my body up again. No. I am on a journey of overall true health and wellness, mental health, physical health, spiritual health. I am doing a total body cleanse of foolishness, okay? And this foolishness that I have imprinted on myself. Like, y'all know I love to eat. I eat out too much, y'all. I work out and do a lot of cardio, but I wasn't doing any strength training for like ever. I have a trainer now that she writes out workouts for me and gives me a meal plan every week. I have different workouts every day. I'm just trying to get my life together. That's all. And it's just been a struggle trying to create balance between my full-time job, which I was just a little depressed over some things at work. I'm not gonna lie. Some things were self-inflicted. Some things I could be doing better. So yeah, it's just the last 4 weeks. I've been kind of self-reflecting, and child, I done did a whole cleanse of my house. I done cleaned out my closet, cleaned my bed. You know, when you clean the baseboards, child, you becoming a new woman. So, or it could be spring cleaning. I don't know, but yeah, I have really just been self-reflecting, looking over myself, and figuring out how to do better. You know, I don't know if it's because I'm turning 40 in July, but that is a big part of it. But I am just doing a total overhaul of my mind, body, and spirit. And I'm just finally wrapping my arms, legs, feet, mind, brain, and all of that around all of it. So that's where I've been. Okay. So I'm back, y'all. I got my life together. I kind of got things organized as to where I'm going to do this, that, and the third. I'm trying to figure out, also trying to navigate around. I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Trying to navigate around this Love and Marriage Huntsville stuff is challenging, to say the least. Like, I've always reviewed other shows. Y'all know that. But it is interesting to see how when I post other videos, what the viewership looks like versus what it was with Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it's just a thing where I have to I have to regain a certain audience. Maybe people will start to shift over to other shows once Love and Marriage Huntsville is completely over. Um, Now that Melody is gone, a lot of people are not going to be watching that show anymore. And I'm starting to see like content creators that their channel was based upon all Love and Marriage Huntsville content. Even those videos for them are not getting as many views. But oh yes, Sisters, I will be talking about that. Faith is a substance. That's great. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, y'all know when I take a little break sometimes it's got to be a reason for something, but I always come back. I always come back. Always come back. Linda Gamble says, I've been taking a social media break. Just come in to my mod for my favorite content creators. Oh, I love that, Linda Gamble. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in, as you always there for me, honey. Okay. You works your tail off. Okay. You works your tail off. And when I make it, you gonna make it. Okay. Mark my words. Faith is a substance says, I was waiting for your reviews on Sisters. I think I'm done after this last episode. Did you know what? Let's talk about that for 2 minutes. Was the audio off for you for that for this last episode? It was like the background music was louder than the voices of the people. It was pissing me off. It was absolutely pissing me off. I couldn't even hear what they were saying. Like, especially that's the worst part was that scene with Karen and Pam at the salon. I could barely hear the conversation between Pam and child Karen. I was so pissed. I was like, y'all have got to be kidding me. This is some novice work right here. Yeah, I'm like, Tyler Perry, do you give a shit about this show anymore? Because you're just letting people just throw anything on a camera and throw it up on the screen. Like, how did that leave the editing room? You're supposed to make sure that the actors' voices are the most prominent thing. Why is the music in the background louder? It was pissing me off. It was definitely pissing me off. The review hour is speaking to Miss Linda Gamble. Okay. Faith is a substance says, I didn't notice. I was distracted by all the simping. Oh my gosh. And then Calvin is back. You know what? I'm going to have to go ahead and review that show. It's been pissing me off. So that's why I kind of took a break from it, because I was just like, okay, you got Gary in the hospital getting fellatio from the nurse that he's supposed to pay off her. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? Then he is acting like he don't remember something. I feel like Gary remembers all the shit. I think he remembered all the shit that he had going on. I think that Hudson was the one that tried to unalive him. Andy becoming partner, I think we kind of predicted that before, but her and Robin in this whole situation with Penelope, like, I don't understand why Penelope is blaming everything on on Andy. I'm sick of her. I want Andy to two-piece Penelope. That's what I want. Because Penelope, you are so mad at Andy, but you're not giving all this grief to Gary, the same motherfucker that made you lose your baby. How is this Andy's fault? Andy don't have nothing to do with that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna review it for you. I got you, Faith is a substance, because they don't piss me off. Linda Gamble says, Shay, will you be reviewing Single Black Female, the final chapter, on March 22nd? Oh, Portia Williams is in it. Oh, maybe I have to check that out. I was telling y'all earlier, I am looking at Behind the Gate. Like I said, shout out to Miss B. She did a very, 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 very Beyond the Gate. She did a very, very good review on it. There was a very, very good review done on it. So I would love to review that show as well. I'm gonna watch it actually tonight. It's been 7 episodes, so I really got to catch up. But yeah, I'll take a look at that too and see, because child, I need to put some more shows in the arsenal. I have too many. I need to really refine what I'm going to stick with, because like I was telling y'all earlier, Love and Marriage Huntsville, while I did other shows, that was the one that gave me most of my views. So I want to keep everybody entertained. Um, I have watched most of the shows that I do review from start to finish. So I'm able to speak fluidly about each show, but it's all about what people are interested in. And then I have to be consistently in the algorithm for those shows. So yeah, it's time management. It's all about getting 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 to it. Faith is a substance says, I'm so sick of all these women avoiding accountability and the men keep groveling after them. Oh my God. You talking about on Sistas? Child. That whole situation with Danny. Yeah, we're going to review this. But I'm going to say this. That situation with Danny pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad because Danny, she tried to make it seem like, well, you were trying to control my life and you put me in that program and I didn't ask you to. Baby girl, you are fucking your boss. Let's make that very clear. You're fucking your boss. All right. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My bad, y'all. My husband watching a movie like he in the damn movie theater. It's loud as fuck. I'm like, why the hell I hear what you watching downstairs? Shut your door. Anyway, he upstairs in his office, child, making all that damn noise. But moving on. What was I fucking saying? I forgot. Remind me what I was talking about, y'all. Oh, Danny. Danny, I didn't like that whole situation with Danny because Danny uh truly lacks accountability. She blamed all of that on Tony. Tony, I get it. She didn't ask to be in the program. Tony put her in the program. He is trying to get her some therapy so she can get her life together. Like, basically, you want to be with a man that is going to help you better yourself, right? You left Preston because Preston was trying to get to know you for who you are. But yet you're mad at Tony because he sees who you are and he's trying to make you better because he saw who you are and he's like, the way you are, I don't really like that. You kind of fucked up. So let me mold you into a better person. But then you get mad about it. You get into an altercation with your coworker and you throw coffee on him. What was it? Cold brew on him. That's not okay. That behavior should not be excused. And furthermore, Danny, if you didn't want to be a part of that program, all you had to do was take yourself out of it. You didn't have to continue in it because you continued in it because you wanted to piss off your coworker that didn't get in. That's what you were doing. And then he comes and approaches you because obviously he's the one that has worked hard to get in it. Even though he said some shit that he shouldn't have said, you toss that's your response, some immature shit. You toss coffee on him, and then you playing the woe is me game, and it's Tony's fault. Now you getting back pay at $75,000. I think it's fucked up. To me, I really feel like she was praised for doing some bullshit. Then he gonna come over there and propose to her? What the? Yeah, we got to get into that. We got to get into that because that pissed me off. Faith is a substance says she actually got reward. Bingo. She actually got rewarded for her ratchet ass behavior. She did, and I ain't like that. I did not like that. Crazy. But anyway, y'all, I just been on here rambling and talking. But I just wanted to come back on, let y'all know that we are back. We will be reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta on Sunday. Married to Medicine will be caught back up. Y'all will get a pre-recorded review of Southern Hospitality. I think y'all should watch that show. It's actually pretty cool. Summer House is back, so I'm gonna be reviewing Summer House as well. Y'all know I love me some Summer House. Um, what else? And Southern Charm. My girl D Herford, I got to get back into that and get more consistent with that. And then we're gonna look at this Beyond the Gate stuff. Um, this might be the next thing. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. What would y'all like to see me review? What are some things that y'all are currently watching right now? And what are y'all predictions for the Real Housewives of Atlanta and this season? Okay. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.